The White House want to bring in Dr. Petre, Luiza Petre. She is a board-certified cardiologist, and she's been following the corona situation very, very closely. We're going to touch on corona and then talk about the health of some of the oldest candidates running for president ever. Hi there.
Hi, Greg. Yes, a lot has been said today about coronavirus, and I'm just adding a few things here.
Yes, let me ask you, please. I've heard from Michael Savage earlier that we all should be very, very worried. He's wearing a surgical mask in his radio studio. I'm hearing from the president, look, we got this under control. Rush Limbaugh thinks it's being weaponized, used as a political tool. What is the threat, in your opinion? Is the media making too much of this? Not enough? What?
I think we are definitely overblowing at this time. There is no reason to panic. As you said, there are only 15 cases in the United States. The risk right now is considered low. But however, we have to be prepared. There are concerns that could be a pandemic coming and more outbreaks in the United States. So it's better to be prepared. Don't panic. That doesn't help anyone at this point.
Wash your hands, I heard the president say.
There are three levels of preventions at this point. But one, let me start with the mask. It doesn't work, okay?
What do you mean?
Unless you have a surgical, fitted hospital mask. The over-the-counter or this surgical mask we see don't protect. So CDC doesn't recommend using them.
And by the way, those things are made in China.
Yes, but they don't work. So
they don't work?
Nope.
All right, that's a news flash. I think I see a lot of people wearing them now more than ever. What do you mean they don't work? They just don't keep the germ? Why do you wear them in the hospital?
Well, it's more for self-protection, but when it comes to droplets, if you sneeze, they can go around. The respiratory mask we use in a hospital, they have to be well fitted. Nothing has to go through. Now,
the president said he was briefed, and this is interesting, and anybody who points out the regular flu, thousands, tens of thousands of people die from the regular flu. And when somebody tells me that, I wonder, oh, why are we so concerned about corona? I know we should be, but that does put it in some kind of perspective, or is it misleading?
It's not misleading at all. First of all, the coronavirus is more contagious than the flu. But in the same time, flu is a bigger threat in the United States. We had 26 million cases and 14,000 deaths so far.
But corona...
mid-season. We're not done yet.
Corona is more contagious, you said.
It's more contagious. Like one positive person can spread it to 3 other people.
And it's more lethal.
Yes, it has a fatality rate of almost 10% in elderly people.
Very quickly, we brought you in here originally to talk about some of the oldest candidates running for president. President Trump, by the way, is the oldest president we've ever had. Or actually, he wasn't as old. Reagan ultimately became older in office, but the oldest president ever elected. Bernie and Bloomberg, they both have heart issues. Do you see any problem, anything that could prevent them from being president from a health perspective?
These are very valid concerns at this time. We are witnessing the oldest field of candidates for presidency.
Yeah.
And of course, we are worried how traumatic it would be for a country president to be replaced.
Right there. Sanders is 78, Biden is 77, and Bloomberg is 78. But maybe, you know, that whole thing, 60 is the 50 is the new, 60 is the new 50, something like that?
70 is the new 50. And with today's medicine and advances, basically 9 out of 10 people can survive a heart attack if that happens. What's important at this time, this age group, 1 in 3 baby boomers over 70 have heart disease. So the fact they have evidence of heart disease is totally within the norm. I would not be concerned about that at this time. Look, in White House, we had a heart attack in 1955 with President Eisenhower.
That's correct. And who was the acting president?
Eisenhower was at that time.
Yes, but Richard Nixon had to fill in, and he looked around. He kept things going at the White House. Dr. Petre, thank you very, very much. Great to see you tonight.
Glad to be here.
All right. Democratic debate was last night. It was a disaster, really. It was just, I mean, nobody won, nobody lost, but we'll have highlights in a moment.